What is a border baby? Well, a lot of people ask me that, and it sounds absolutely impossible. But these are babies that actually board at the hospital.
They've been abandoned in hospitals. They actually live there.
It's hard to imagine infants that have nothing. No mother, no father, no family that wants them. No home save this hospital room in the shadow of the White House.
How does this happen? Well, the number of border babies exploded during the crack cocaine epidemic of the 1980s. At one point, there were over 7,000 children living in hospitals.
But we hadn't even heard of this problem, I guess, until about 1989.
That was the year Lynn and Patty Gardenhouse made their first visit to a border baby ward here at Washington's D.C. General Hospital. Then they came back again and again and again.
You know what that means? Oh, you happy thing, you. Come here.
They started bringing diapers and things, but soon saw a much bigger need. Babies languished in cribs for so long their hair rubbed off. They can't crawl on the floor for fear of germs, and there's usually only one volunteer for up to 15 infants. Children like this 7-month-old have never been out of the hospital, never felt the sun on their face, developed the muscle tone that comes from riding on mom's hip all day. Staff and volunteers try, but there still may be no one to notice the first time a border baby sits up or takes his first step. They have no identity.
It has always bothered me that this baby would grow up and, let's say, go to school and give D.C. General Hospital as its home address to them. That bothers me.
Oh, my gosh.
In the regular nursery and here in intensive care, it's the nurses who first notice when mothers stop asking for their children and then leave without them.
I hate to say it's so common, it's almost every day, but you see it so often now, until it's not a shock anymore when you have a border baby.
But it finally became too much to see, too many babies heading for the border baby nursery. So many of the same ones still there week after week. That's when they decided they had to get them out. They began to make phone calls, hold fundraisers. They looked for partners in the community.
I just called them to let them know that I supported what they were doing and that if they ever needed my help, they could call me. And so happened, they called me.
They made more calls and got this rundown crack house in the heart of the city donated by Freddie Mac, the federal agency. Then they went back to the phones and hustled free renovation. They turned to the yellow pages for lawyers and therapists and staff. They broke through red tape and in 1991 opened this licensed foster care facility for border babies called the Little Blue House. The house has 10 full-time staff members and can hold 6 babies at a time. They arrive, all their worldly possessions in a small brown paper bag, and are showered with love and affection.
One little girl, in fact, we brought her when she was 8 months old. She'd lived in that room for 8 months. Well, we took her out on a very crisp day, and it was very windy, and she had never felt a breeze. She held on to the little strap, you know, that goes over in the car seat, and we could hear her go.
Since opening, dozens of babies have been nurtured to health by the extraordinary staff. In fact, so many border babies have been successfully rescued by the Little Blue House that they've been called on to help with another equally inconceivable population, the growing number of infants horribly abused and neglected by their parents.
We've had a 5-month-old baby abandoned on a park bench at 5:30 in the morning wearing only a diaper.
We had another infant whose mother actually killed the older brother.
So the abused newborns and the border babies, they find shelter here. And over the years, dozens have also found a family.
This is a home with people with a good heart. And if people know what I'm talking about having a good heart and opening your heart to give out love unconditionally to children who will unconditionally love you. We heard about little Jada, saw a little picture of her, and the first day we saw her in person, I guess we fell in love with her.
Just couldn't understand how, you know, she was just such a tiny thing, and I mean, just so full of love, and she brought, you know, love to our hearts, and I just couldn't understand how she could just be alone almost. You know, that really touched me.
The thing that I was impressed with the most, and I think that we still talk about, was the worker who she was assigned to was named Madeline. If anything, that broke my heart to even take her away from the person who really cared for her the first couple of months that she came to the house. But I would probably cannot thank her enough for what she has done, because I knew she was in good hands with Madeline. Madeline was she's quite a person.
Much excitement. Can you believe him? Look at him. Look how good he looks. Yes, that's not as much. Oh, God. Oh, it's the hair. Don't let him sit. Don't let him cry. Remember me?
It is so hard to imagine what has happened in such a short amount of time.
In the beginning, the reward was just keeping these children alive. Now it's watching them grow. A Little Blue House staffer like Madeline was the first person to see Jada smile, show her the sun, or help her feel a breeze.
She looks so good. Very nice.
We found out she has a very nice laugh.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that one of the best things to hear a baby laugh?
Exactly.
People ask us all the time, what can I do to help? Well, there's lots that you can do. Get involved with the project, volunteer, become a foster or adoptive parent. But more than anything, we need financial support.
We're expanding to meet so many needs. For instance, we have a respite care program for grandparents who are taking care of their grandchildren.
A lot of them need monies, clothes, food.
We're also looking to build houses in other cities. For example, we have Allegis Health Services, which normally deals with the elderly and nursing homes, and they're helping us build a new little house in Baltimore.
And you should see how they're bringing these two generations together.
Seniors in healthcare facilities and nursing homes who themselves who have illnesses, who are recovering from strokes, getting rehabilitated, want to help others, and you should see their faces when they light up. When we say we're going to go shopping for the border babies and we bring babies into the facilities.
You know, we are so grateful to all the foundations and corporations that have supported us, like Allegis, Freddie Mac, Sally Mae, Black Entertainment Television,
GE, HEX, the Butts, Cafritz Foundation. There's just too many to name. But you know the weird thing is, they're always thanking us.
Where would we be without Freddie Mac?
Getting involved with the Border Baby Project will absolutely change a corporation's whole attitude about children and about the impact that they can make. Your employees will absolutely embrace the issue and feel good because finally they can do something.
We're blessed to be able to be involved with the project, not only from a corporation standpoint, but from a personal standpoint.
Girls, and we don't have very many girls.
The Border Baby Project works for a couple of reasons. One reason is that they have some flexibility in how they can use their resources. They're not just a city contractor.
You know, this money that's being raised comes back to this house to take care of these kids, and that's very strong.
I can say with a great deal of conviction and absolute certainty that when contributions come into this project, when volunteers come to this project, when people help us out, the result is that little babies that did not have much of a chance at all in life will have a chance at life.
All volunteers, past and present, if you would please rise so you may be recognized.
We wouldn't know where to begin to say thank you. The house staff.
Debbie Hodge, Calandra Harris, Nicole Jordan. I can't get through this without crying.
The lawyers, the social workers.
Nell Roberts is a woman whose care and effort propelled the Border Baby Project into achieving the best placement rate of any DC agency.
We think that we have an organization that's worthy of your support, and we need your help.
But you've already shown you care just by watching this tape. And for this, we thank you.
Thank you.
The volunteers say thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, did somebody just come?
And to all the other people who donated their time, their money, their ideas, their prayers, I'd like to say thank you.
I thank them, the babies thank them. Jesus, thank you.
Thank you in advance. Help us get to Baltimore. Come on.
We love Bobby very much, and we're just so happy and so thrilled. And our heart goes out to everybody who helped make it all possible. Thanks.
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to say thank you.